YouTube, how you guys doing today? I want to apologize first off, straight off the bat, for not bringing you guys a video in a while. To all you people who do watch my videos consistently, it's probably been about 2 weeks. I know I said I wasn't going to do one for spring break, but that ended up extending maybe a week more, week and a half more, so I want to apologize for that. I've just been busy going back to work, going back to school, getting caught up in this stuff that I have to get caught up, because as I said before in a couple of previous videos, I believe, that I got really sick and I wasn't doing too well. But I guess that's not the point of this video. I'm not making an apology video, but I am apologizing right at the start. What I do want to talk about is something that you got a fourth of Americans probably hooked on. And it's a certain type of vehicle, and it's called a Jeep. And if you go around, you see some people that blow so much money on Jeeps, and personally, I don't know why. Jeeps are so overrated, and to me personally, I know some of you guys who are watching this who like Jeeps are probably gonna be like, huh, well, this guy's wrong on this, and this, and he's a jackass for saying this and this and this, and he's wrong. Well, no, personally, I hate Jeeps. I think they're a waste of time. They're a waste of time. One, from a personal perspective. Don't get me wrong, anybody else who disagrees with this, you're kind of stupid. If you buy a Jeep stock, unless it's like a 4-door JK, the Jeep's probably gonna look like crap. Personally, I just gotta say that Jeeps look like crap if they're not customized at all. Yes, I'm saying some Jeeps that are customized, they look cool, and those people that spend their money and do it right, which 99% of people do not do, it just looks bad. But now I want to go into some aspects that I talked to my friends about, or not my friends. Also, I do have friends, but that's not what I'm saying. The fact is, I want to talk to you guys about why Jeeps are bad. I'm not saying don't go out and don't buy a Jeep, because if you want a Jeep and you think Jeeps are cool and you're going to do all this stuff to it and you got plans for it, go for it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is why Jeeps suck. From some of it are statistics and some of it's personal opinions. But I got a little list here that my friend has kind of compiled for me, and I want to start right off. Number one, Jeeps have low gas mileage. Yes, that's not terribly hard to figure out just by looking at the car. They probably have like a 14 or 15 gallon tank, which I guess isn't bad. Then they probably get like 12 to 14 miles to the gallon. Now, I'm not saying take my word on it. I mean, you could probably get a nice Jeep that's more fuel efficient, that you probably get around 20 miles to the gallon. But a lot of Jeeps, a lot of people soup them up, put like superchargers or whatever on their engine, or whatever they do to them. I don't know what people do to Jeeps on their engines. But I know that they burn through gas pretty fast. So, I mean, if you don't have low gas mileage on a car, you're obviously going to be paying for gas a lot. And that brings me to a point. There's this saying called Jeeps. I think it's just like there's a saying that says burn everybody's pocket or something. I don't know. You just spend a lot of money on Jeeps. That's the point. Another point number two, is space. Now, if you don't have like those 4-door JKs like I was talking about earlier, you're not going to have a lot of space. You and your friends might want to go somewhere, and let's say your parents let you borrow the Jeep. Woo! You got a 2-door Jeep, right? You're trying to cramp in the back of that thing. Trust me, I have friends that have Jeeps that are 2 doors. Not fun sitting in the back. I'll give you that much right now. Those things are not spacious whatsoever. You got the 2 front seats, and if you're either driving or sitting shotgun, you're fine. But if you're sitting in the back, oh, you're going to have a hell of a time just bouncing all over the place. Okay, another one is bumpy solid axles. Now, I'm not a huge car guy. I don't know what bumpy solid axles mean or what my friend meant by that. But I'm assuming that the axles on the Jeeps aren't that great unless you upgrade the axles themselves. But don't take my word on that. I have no idea what he was talking about. Another one is poor handling. Now, personal experience, I'm not going to say that this is 100% true because I have personally never drove a Jeep in my life. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be saying, well, this guy's talking all this crap about Jeeps, yada, 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 but he hasn't even drove a Jeep. Yeah, I know, I haven't drove a Jeep. Shut up. The point is, I hear all these bad things all the time, and then you get these people who are like Jeep freaking fan gods over here just blowing their loads all over Jeeps and their names. Sorry, that's inappropriate. I get it. I'm sorry. Okay. Another one is highway driving sucks. I've had my fair share of Jeep rides because some of my friends have Jeeps, and let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you got a hard top, soft top, whatever kind of top you got going on, if you catch my drift. All right, but highway driving sucks. If you have just regular speakers in a Jeep and you're driving down the highway, you're not going to be able to hear anything going down that highway. It's just going to be a huge, loud mess of air running past the Jeep, and when you and your friends are trying to talk, you can't. It's just so annoying just to hear all that air going in and out, and it's like, ugh. It's annoying. If you guys have ever driven in a Jeep that's even like lifted, say if you drive in a lifted Jeep, that air's coming at you, I guess, harder. I don't know. It's bad. Another one is you spend all your money on Jeeps. Like, you usually, I would say 95% of people don't buy a Jeep and go, oh, let's just have a Jeep just to have a Jeep, you know, let's just keep the Jeep stock. No, most people are going to be like, you know, I'm buying a Jeep and I'm going to sink, oh, let's say a good 20 grand into the car. New tires, couple $100 tires, new axles, lift kit, hell, new bumpers, rims. Anything you can think of, people put in their Jeeps. Except for, I don't see too many Jeeps with good sound quality. Nobody upgrades the speakers in those because they're pretty crappy. I don't know why people don't upgrade speakers, but hey, if you're gonna look at me and be like, I don't know. Personally, I'd rather get a car with good audio. I'm not gonna sit there and sit in the car with crappy audio. But that's besides the point. People spend all their money on the exterior, which it's not bad if you're a Jeep person, don't get me wrong, but you spend all your money on Jeeps, that's the point. Another part is the lack of features. I don't know if you've ever been in a newer Jeep, the newer years, between probably a 2012 and a 2015, but they're pretty basic with all their controls. Now, I'm not saying basic cars are bad, or any of those features that a basic car has are just not suitable. But I mean, come on, we're going into the future. You see cars that can park themselves for you just by pressing a button. And Jeeps are like, you got your air conditioning, your heat, you got your little radio, and you maybe have some cruise control and stuff like that. You don't have any special features on a Jeep. Now, I'm not saying every car needs to have special features, but it's all basic. And it's just not, I mean, I guess sometimes it's appealing to the eye just how they're set up. But you want more out of a car that you're sinking 45 grand into. I mean, come on, literally, I'm serious. Another one is, like I went back saying earlier, the audio sucks. Everybody spends their monies on, hell, Jeep parts that are on the outside of the Jeep, and that's what you see. I mean, visual effect is good. Once you get in the car and you want to listen to some tunes, you can't because the audio sucks. So you got to upgrade that. And the aerodynamics of the car, I guess, is the same with highway driving. I mean, if you're driving in a Jeep and you're on the highway, aerodynamics, you can't go fast. I mean, of course it's a Jeep. You're not going to be expecting to go 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. But it's just, you can't drive a Jeep well and efficiently, I guess, in a way of speed terms. All this, it's just this Jeep talk. It's getting me depressed because Jeep needs to step up their game. And another one is simple designs, rollovers, very expensively used, all that. I already went over simple design, how that's basic. It's basic design, simple design. Same stuff. You're spending all your money. And the Jeep stereotype that everybody knows and loves. You turn a corner going probably 20 miles an hour. You even got any, like, a 2-inch lift kit on there with probably, however, what size tires you have. Say you're running 33s with like a 2-inch, no, let's say a 3.5-inch, 4-inch lift kit on there. I don't know proportions, but I don't know if that suits for a Jeep or not. Well, let's just say that. You take a corner pretty much going any speed. You're going to be doing a couple barrel rolls if you catch my drift going around that corner, and boy, oh boy, you're going to have the joyride of your life. Let me tell you, those things do not stick to the road. They're so bad for, you can't control it. I mean, unless you're going on, I don't want to encourage this, but if you're going through like a parking lot, and you're going through some snow, ice, whatever you're going through, I mean, if you turn, your Jeep's gonna slide and that's just gonna carry the car. But if you're turning on straight pavement, you're just gonna take all the weight and shift it up, and you're just gonna roll and barrel roll and barrel roll. And it's
Our UAV is online. Enemy has Bravo. Securing Charlie. Charlie secure. Enemy taking Charlie. Good job, Atlas.